Hello, welcome back to Cooking for Humans. Because these humans don't know how to cook. Or lazy, either way, it's okay. Today we're going to be making beef stew. With potatoes, carrots, and all that good stuff. But first, we are going to make a homemade bread. For the beef stew, because some people like to dip the stew. You're gonna need 1 tablespoon of yeast. Trust me on this. Pop. If you use jar, it's so much better. It goes in the fridge. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. You're not gonna need to bloom the yeast first, so we're gonna need that and a cup and a half of warm water. Not hot. You do hot, you're gonna ruin your whole yeast. I shall be back. One is gonna go in here. We're gonna let that sit until you see it get foamy, because that means the yeast is blooming and it's gonna make it rise better. So we're gonna put that to the side. This goes in the sink. Our vegetables. We've got 1 onion. You can do whatever onion you like, honestly. Our yeast is now ready, so now we need 3.5 cups of flour. Remember level. 1, 2, 3, and a half. We also need some salt, which the mommy human forgot to give me, so I must go into that cabinet. We need about 1.5 teaspoons, but here, we kind of just judge it. That seems about right. Don't gotta be perfect. We're gonna mix it into a shaggy dough first. Now, if you wanted to add seasoning to it, you can do it now. Or you can do it after it's been resting. I would add it in now, honestly, because I'm a rat and I like it to flavor. But that's just me. See, this is shaggy. So now you gotta take your hands or your paws. You put a glove on if you want, but you need to feel the dough. Excuse me, I have 4 paws. And you're gonna mix it until it forms into a nice ball. And the only reason why I don't use gloves for this is because, honestly, it gives you to feel the dough better and see if you need more flour or if you need more water. With the glove on, it's kind of hard to judge. You only need to do this for like 5 minutes maybe. As long as it mixes all together. Now, I don't know if the human children want like Italian seasoned bread. If they do, I should probably mix it in now. I'm asking the human children. So you really can't mess it up. And if you do, it's okay because again, it's forgiving. I'm going to put this in the microwave because it's warm and I'm going to go wash my hands, my paws. So now we're going to cut up the rest of the vegetables. Because vegetables are always good. I'll cut the ends off of the carrots. You can peel your carrots if you want to, but honestly, it works either way. The husband human does not really like mushrooms, and neither does the oldest human child. Very much so, it depends. Same pot, it don't matter. I'm gonna put these to the side, this is gonna go in the sink. I have the potatoes and I have the meat. I do need another cutting board for the potatoes because there's no room, obviously. Okay, if there was room, I'm gonna need another cutting board for the potatoes because there's no room. If there was room, definitely would have saved it. Okay, that's all done. My lovely assistant's gonna put these things away for me. Ta-da. Now, so we don't have to go near the stove, I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy burner, which the human husband bought the human wife. I'm gonna pull out our big old pan. Pull out the pan. I'm gonna put it in here. Now, we've got the meats, okay? We want to sear the meat before it goes into the Instapot. If you're doing it with frozen meat, that's okay. That crap goes right up in the Instapot. Psh. I know the human mom has literally put stuff in the Instapot, frozen, and it still comes out delicious. We're going to use all this meat because, again, the human husband. Please don't use the plastic that's in there. Now I'm going to go wash my paws. Raw meat packaging. Okay? This is where we're going. Now, people, when they make stew, they put flour on it. I don't. I just heavenly season it. Heavenly. And don't be afraid of seasoning. Oh, I already finished that one. So when it goes in the trash. I could honestly sear this in my Instapot too, but if you don't have an Instapot, this is what you would do. This is not a sponsorship, but we love Kinders, especially the mom human. We love Kinder's. This one is the buttery steakhouse one. And I'm going to throw in a little bit of the cowboy butter one, just to give it a little kick. Apparently my burner's taking forever to heat. But no, whatever. I'm afraid to season. I'm so tired of going to other people's garbage. Through their garbages and there's no seasoning on their food. Right? Or if I actually do get invited to a house, I'm a rat. Sometimes, people don't want rats sitting at the table. That's okay. I'm not a rat. I don't rat on anybody. I'm just a rat. And there's no seasoning. And you need to be, nice. And you gotta be like, oh, it was delicious, but it really needed a lot of seasoning. Some people think salt is seasoning and that's enough. No, look at this. You see how pretty? That's what it needs to be. And if the mom human helped me prepare, she could have put all the seasoning on overnight, so it would have gotten even more better flavor. Apparently, again, my burner is taking forever. I'm gonna heat up, otherwise I'm gonna saute it in here. I didn't put no butter, nothing. Let it cook, let it saute in its own juices. Yes, it is necessary to touch the burner with your finger lightly, just to see. It's not really, but We're gonna let this do their thing. Meanwhile, we're gonna prep the Instapot. We need 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water, please. I didn't get to go to the store as early as I needed to. Brown gravy mix. You can use whatever brand you want. Beef stew mix. Whatever brand you want. The human mom went to Winn-Dixie today and everything was on sale. Why pay almost $2 a packet when you can pay 79 cents? Or you can make your own. Normally, we make our own. But again, time crunch today. Just because you are using a seasoning package does not mean you do not season your meat. Always season your meat. And I'm whisking this so the clumpies come out. Because nobody wants a clumpy. Now I can hear it start to sizzling. My right hearing can hear it sizzling. You guys can't, but I can. So remember, we just want to kind of sear it a little or brown it. No, not cook it all the way, just to get a nice color. Okay? Right now we're getting there. Just so it gets a nice little crust, so then it's soft and nice in the middle. Again, if you had frozen, you could still do it that way too. It's really not that big of a deal. But we had you and Mom went to the store today, so we're not using frozen. But if you did use frozen, and again, if you didn't have an Instapot or a slow cooker, pot on the stove all day, low and slow. You gotta go to work, you gotta do things. Dutch oven will work, all that stuff. And this is like a set it and forget it meal until you're ready for it, And we like those. Even when you work from home, doesn't mean you're not doing anything. The human mom here has to clean the house. The human children help, but clean the house, do the laundry, work, make their own schedule, gotta work, and you get busy even when you're home. So it's nice to have a comforting meal that you can just sit there and let it go. The only thing that's time consuming of this meal is the prep, and even then you can cut down the prep. Like I've seen people use canned stuff. You want to use canned stuff? That's fine. Fresh is better, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Because I use frozen vegetables, okay? The human mom knows I use frozen vegetables. Okay? This is getting a nice crust on all sides. And letting that go. Alright? Meanwhile, we're going to put in all the vegetables and everything because you know what? When we put the meat on top, all the juices from the meat is going to make all the other stuff taste really, really good. So we'll put that in, remember, to our beef broth and our seasonings. If I can just lift up. I always put the veggies and the potatoes in first. Why? Again. Close the beef is gonna make everything nom 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 nom. And it goes. And the potatoes. That pause. Don't hurt your breath, please. Is it okay to make a mess? Yes, we all make messes, we all make mistakes. But we all learn from them. It's okay. Ta-da. That's what the cleanup crew is for. I'm lucky the human mom doesn't like to clean up. Well, she loves to clean, but she tries to clean up as she's going. Okay, so now, the meat's got a nice little crust on it. We're going to shut this off. Turn off the burner. And we're going to put the meat in. It doesn't matter, okay? Everything's being cooked. I can use the same spatula. Don't come at me, okay? It's all going to be cooked. And all of the juices from the meat as you were searing it goes into. Just sit it. Right? On the top, make sure you get everything. And mix it. But the meat's going to, make everything great. Okay, guys, we're going to go to the sink. We're going to move that over. I put 2 cups of liquid in here because the Instapot is picky, and if you don't have enough liquid, he's going to say please burn. Also, Mickey Mouse, he's on my Instapot. Why? Because he's a rat. Well, he's technically a mouse. I could be a mouse too if I wanted to, but mouse, rat, it is what it is. Now we're going to plug in the Instapot. Again, if you don't have one, it's okay. Slow cooker, if you don't have a slow cooker, Dutch oven or pot on the stove. It is now, what time is it? It is 3:55. The male, the daddy human, husband human, whatever, will be home soon. But what we're going to do is, because we're still waiting for the bread, we're going to pressure cook this for 15 minutes, which will make everything soft and num-nums. And that'll come up to temperature. When that's almost done, we're going to start doing the bread. I will be back. Alright, now we're back. Now, parchment paper doesn't like to stay, so you crumble it to make it the shape you want. Our dough has been in the microwave for 31 minutes. Look, it's risen. So we're going to take it out and we're going to shape it now. Flour your counter or your dough surface. Like this. And we're going to be making a round one, a rustic round one that's easy and simple. So what we're going to do is, we're going to shape it as much round here. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. The only person who was perfect was Jesus. And he still loves us. And this is coming from the heart. And it's made out of love. So, that's as round as we're going to get. Like that. And I'm going to put a little flour on top. So it's got a nice crust. We do not have to score it unless you want a bit crunchy. And again, a nice rustic dough. And it looks like this. Now, we're going to let it sit covered for 15-20 minutes. Right before it's done rising, you should put your oven on at 425 and it'll go for 30-35 minutes. You're going to do this so it rests and it puffs up a little more and keeps its shape. The mommy human keeps a bread towel. This is specifically for bread. And she keeps it covered and it's going to go sit on the stove. You can literally keep it on top of the stove. It helps. Okay, and then we will be back to show you what it looks like. Oh, to show you, to remind you to put it in the oven at 425. Let me show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay. The bread has been in the oven at 425 for 30 minutes. Look how pretty. Now, I'm going to add some butter on top because they like a nice butter on top. And then I'm going to let it rest until it cools down because you don't want to cut it right away because then it'll ruin the inside. That's what it looks like. I'm also going to cover it so the top, they like a crusty bread, but they also like it a little crusty and soft. So I'm going to put a handy-dandy bread towel on it. I got my food paintbrush. That's what I call it. I mean, it's like a paintbrush. You paint butter on here. Now you can also make this in the Dutch oven, in the regular oven. And our stew is done too. If you don't have a bread towel, you can also just boil it on top. A little cover. Here, let that go in there and rest. And I'm about to show you the stew. So this is done to cover. There we go. And our stew is also done. Now, I know it's delicious. But I'm going to let one of the human children taste it before I'm going to get a bowl. And you can hear their live reaction. This is what we got it looking like. Woo! Hot, hot, hot. Be careful. mouth right. Right. It's hot. The bread has to cool down more. I'm gonna have bread in a minute. And I know the bread is delicious. But we have to let it cool down a little more. Oh, that's really good. Is it? You like it? Is it a good flavor? And there you have it, everybody. The human children approve. Remember, God loves you, and so does this rat. And even if it doesn't look pretty, it was still made with love, and it still tastes good from the mouth of children. It is yummy. Everybody have a great day. Remember, much love.